There's only one simultaneous. Can you imagine the simultaneous orgasm and the threesome? Simultaneous orgasm. It sounds really great. It sounds really dreamy. Hi, I'm sex and relationship coach Caitlin B, and today I'm here to talk about something that perhaps all of us have aimed for, striven for, or wanted to achieve, which is the simultaneous orgasm. Now, all that means is two people reaching orgasm at the same time. It's just a really fancy way of saying that. But it's so much more than that. In our culture, this is the pinnacle, the apex, the climax of sexual satisfaction between a couple. How do I know that? Because it's in a lot of movies, a lot of sex scenes, a lot of pornos, and I know that because you've written me about it. You, the men that I work with in my one-on-one coaching clients, the men that I coach in my private practice have asked me time and again, how do I get my woman and I to reach orgasm together simultaneously? And today I'm here to give you the step-by-step guide for getting there. Well, at least the basis upon which your step-by-step guide is going to work, because everybody's a little bit different. So, buckle up. First things first, I gotta say there's a lot of pressure on orgasms. There's pressure to have orgasms, to have the right kind of orgasms, to have the vaginal orgasms, to have the orgasms here, there, everywhere, not too early and not too late. And I don't want to add any more pressure onto the already highly pressurized orgasm by saying that it has to happen at the same time. It doesn't, okay? Orgasms can be great. They can be phenomenal. They can be absolutely earth-shattering. In fact, most of the best orgasms that I have ever had personally did not happen at the same time as my partner was having an orgasm. Yeah, I can literally only think maybe once in my entire life that my orgasm was actually like super memorable, super amazing, and happened simultaneously. Most of the time that your orgasm is going to be awesome, it might have a lot to do with your partner focusing on your pleasure. And if they're focusing on your pleasure, then they're probably not focusing on their pleasure, which means that they're probably not bringing themselves to orgasm at the same time. So let's just get that one off the table. Orgasms do not have to happen simultaneously in order to be awesome. Now, that said, a lot of people do want a simultaneous orgasm. I think it's because at the core, it means that my orgasm, my arousal was so arousing to you that it caused you to reach an orgasm. I think that's the core of why the simultaneous orgasm holds the special venerated spot that it does in our culture. Why do you think the simultaneous orgasm is such a big deal? Yeah. We'll go with that. Sex is such a solo adventure. Even when you do it with another person, like you get lost in your own head, you get lost in your own mind, especially at the point of orgasm, right? It's like almost like you fall into yourself. And so the simultaneous orgasm is a way of knowing that you're still here with me, even though you're like closing your eyes and it feels so good. Like you're basically in a black hole of your own pleasure, and you're still here with me at the same time. Here's the thing you've got to know if you're going to make the simultaneous orgasm happen, which is that both partners are going to have to work their way up to the climax separately and then time them so that they can both together. Step number one, both partners need to know how to bring themselves to orgasm. Like if you've never had an orgasm before, then going for the simultaneous one is kind of like, I don't know, never eating ice cream, but then going for like a triple banana split sundae. I mean, if you've never eaten ice cream, like that's going to be awesome. It's like if you've never driven a car and then all of a sudden you're like, let's do the Autobahn. I think I could drive at 120 miles an hour, or something along those lines, right? Like you got to walk before you run, Padawan. Figure out how to get you to orgasm. Make sure your partner knows how to get themselves to orgasm. That's step number one. Step number two is you need to be able to communicate where you are in the process between arousal and orgasm. I like to use a 10-point scale where 1 is I'm not very aroused at all, very far away from orgasm, and 10 is I'm coming, ah! So you need to be able to report for yourself, I'm about a 7, I'm an 8, I'm a 9, I'm reaching the point of no return, I'm definitely going to reach orgasm soon. That's the best way for you and your partner to have shared language, aka communication, over where you are so that you know where they are so that you can go into step 3, which is have control over your orgasm. Now, you don't have to have perfect orgasmic mastery, okay? But you do need to have enough body awareness, enough control. If you're a man, if you watched my other videos, basically all of them are about controlling your ejaculation. So do you have a degree of control so that you can start to make micro adjustments like slowing down or speeding up as your partner gets closer or further away from orgasm? And then step 4 is adjust. Adjust what you're doing, the motion, the position, in order to bring both partners closer to reaching that level 8, 9, 10 at the same time. So, for example, let's say there's a man and a woman, and the woman uses a vibrator usually to bring herself to orgasm, okay? And the man, he lasts, about 10 minutes in bed, but it can sometimes take her up to 20 to reach her orgasm. Well, for these people, I would say for her, start to play with yourself, start to play with the vibrator or bring the vibrator into sex. Pick a position where you can play with the vibrator well in advance of him starting to really get worked up. She should get a 10-minute head start on him, right? This is basic math, people. Let her get a 10-minute head start. Let him work himself up as slowly as possible. At about the 10 minutes after he starts mark, which would be 20 minutes after she started, they should be reaching about the same level of arousal. That's when the communication really comes in and we say, okay, do we need to speed up, slow down, add something sexy? We need to add dirty talk. It helps if you know your partner, right? It helps if you know their face. It helps if you know how they, right before they reach orgasm. It helps if you know that he kind of furrows his brow. One of these, a lot of guys do this. It's okay, don't worry about it. Your O face is perfect and beautiful exactly as it is. And then finally, here's probably what I think is the best tip in the whole book if you're going to try to reach a simultaneous orgasm, is focus on how arousing you find your partner's orgasm to be. Okay, how does orgasm work? We see something, we think of something, and we feel something that is so arousing, it just tips us over the edge, right? That's one of the ways that we reach orgasm. And if your partner's orgasm is so arousing to you that it just pushes you over at the edge, you're more likely to reach orgasm when they do, right? So if you're a woman, focus on the things about your man orgasming, ejaculating, finishing, coming, that turn you on. What turns you on about it? Maybe it's the visuals, maybe it's the sound that he makes, maybe it's just knowing the fact that he's there with you and that orgasm is with you, by you, and for you. If that's what turns you on, focus on those aspects of it as he reaches his point of no return. Men, if the thing that turns you on about your woman reaching orgasm is that you did it, you were strong, you were virile, you made that shit happen, focus on that. Or if it's the flush of her face, or if it's the noises that she makes, or if it's the fact that her left eye always rolls back into her head, focus on the thing that really, really, really arouses you. Maybe it's actually seeing her. Literally seeing between her legs. So can you get into a position where you can literally see her? And that way you're going to be the most aroused. You're going to see something that is very highly arousing for you, and that's more likely than something that's not highly arousing to push you over the edge at the exact time that your partner orgasms. One more hot tip, this is a great time to bring in a vibrator for that last minute, if she just needs a little bit extra, if you're getting closer, you're almost there, you're almost there, you're almost there. This is a great time to bring in toys and anything else that's going to help to get you, again, to the same destination at the same time. If you liked that tip, then go down there and click the thumbs up and give me a like. It really, really helps my channel, and I'll appreciate it very much. Okay, to recap, simultaneous orgasm. 2 people reaching orgasm at the same time, or maybe 3, I don't know, get creative. People reaching orgasm together so that they can feel connected, so that they can feel like porn stars, so that they know that they have reached this goal that many, 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 many people have for their sex life. I challenge you to keep it fun. If you're so focused on the simultaneous orgasm that you're actually not even experiencing pleasure during sex, then like, check your priorities, maybe come back and try this another time. Like, figure out a way to make it fun, you know? If you're a man who has premature ejaculation, maybe like going down on your woman, working on her with her vibrator, like getting her really, 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 really close, edging her, edging her, edging her, edging her, and only then start stimulating yourself so that she's like right there on the edge, and then you're able to reach orgasm relatively quickly. Like, work back from the amount of time that you know it takes you to reach orgasm and the amount of time that it's going to take her to reach orgasm, and then do the math moving forward. You might have to stimulate her for 20, 30, even 40 minutes before she reaches orgasm, but for you it might be way less time. And remember, orgasms don't have to happen at the same time to be great. It's just like bonus. It's just the icing on the cake. It's just like a cherry. It's the cherry on the cake. That sounds way more sexual. This video was inspired by one of the bonus videos that's included in my course, Come When You Want. It's all about lasting longer in bed, building stamina, and beating premature ejaculation once and for all. If that interests you, download my free guide. The link is in the video description. 3 steps you can add time to your stamina by tomorrow. Go down, check it out, download it, let me know what you think. Get the video course, cure your premature ejaculation, have all the simultaneous orgasms in the world. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this content and you want more. Don't do the thanks, boo. Thank you.